Hey, this is Danny Rom, and welcome back to Pokemon Friendship Red. In the previous segment, Nick did a stellar job getting us halfway through the rock tunnel, and also a stellar job at calling me out over several things that I completely deserve to be called out over. So, it is my goal to, in this segment, get all the way through Rock Tunnel, hopefully make it to Lavender Town, maybe even Celadon if we're lucky, and go on from there. So, I didn't realize that Arena Trap does indeed prevent moves like Teleport. And by moves like Teleport, I pretty much mean Teleport, because I think Teleport is the only move that will take the Pokemon out of the fight. So that's cool. And that's good to keep in mind for later. In fact, it might even benefit us not to level up Magcargo, Dugcargo that much, just so we can take advantage of other Pokemon not being able to teleport away. Even so, I think that's a pretty niche attribute, because Teleport is one of how many moves? I think at this point there are fewer moves than there are Pokemon, but there's still a lot of moves. Okay, Articuno getting frozen solid is kind of really funny. But it's gone there. Nature Power turning into Shadow Ball is something that I didn't realize, and again, it has to do with that we're in a cave right now. But that's really good for us, because Shadow Ball is probably one of the best attacks that we can ask for. It is a physical attack, because ghost moves are always physical in this game, as well as, since Hariyama is a ghost type, it has the same type attack boost, and I think that Shadow Ball is even the most powerful ghost attack available right now. So, for that reason, it might benefit us to keep Nature Power around a lot more. We're gonna have to go through caves and dark areas pretty frequently, so having Shadow Ball, having one of our best attacks in these areas, and in fact, with Nature Power having 20 PP, it's more PP than actual Shadow Ball would have. So that's pretty useful. But even in the grassy areas, it's still useful, as Stun Spore helps us catch Pokemon a lot easier. This is like the one game where, well, not really the one game, the first of several games where the mechanics of paralyzing and burning and poisoning Pokemon will actually allow Pokemon to be captured easily. Essentially what I'm saying is that it was bugged in Gen 2. I don't know if it was bugged in Gen 1, but there was a lot of things that were kind of bugged in Gen 1. Okay, Donphan, let's use Psywave. No. Okay. Detect, that is fine. Nature Power turns into Shadow Ball, and Donphan is gone. Again, Nature Power is surprisingly going to be our most powerful attack in caves. And that's kind of cool. It's kind of cool because you don't really see that move very often in games. Alright. Well, with this segment, I'm definitely hoping to get out of Rock Tunnel and possibly all the way to Celadon as well. I'm really looking forward to Celadon because, one, we get a Pokemon for free, and it's probably not going to be an Eevee. I actually kind of wish it was an Eevee, but it's probably not going to be, and that is just fine. Can we take a Sandshrew out? Let's see if we can Sand Tomb the Sandshrew. Anyway, yeah, we get an Eevee, or a Pokemon that's like an Eevee, and then we also get access to a lot of TMs, which is great for us. We don't know what these TMs are going to be. Hopefully they're going to be more useful than the TMs that are already in the original game. That'll be our last Powder Snow, but that's okay. Or less okay. Dragon Rage does 40 damage. Good to know. I'll use Nature Power here because I don't want him to be able to Dragon Rage twice if Sky Attack misses. Rain Fauna not having any 100% accurate moves is a pretty huge liability. Psywave is, I think, only 85% accurate, and Sand Tomb is only 70% accurate, which is kind of bonkers to me. Sand Tomb is as accurate as moves like Thunder and Fire Blast and Blizzard in this game. So I don't really know what the rationale is for having such a relatively underpowered move. But whatever. We'll deal with it as it comes. Alright, I'm going to take the time to heal up Hariyama. Okay. I want to make sure in particular that I start playing a lot more safely from now on. Arena Trap really destroyed me in the last segment. Both of the Pokemon that I lost to had Arena Trap, and I kinda took more risks than I would have liked to do to Arena Trap. The second one was definitely avoidable, but well, I think the first one was pretty unavoidable. We would have had to rely on Sweet Kisses to miss a lot if we were going to win that fight. So, Bellsprout was a casualty there. But the second one was definitely avoidable. If I would have used a potion, which I totally should have done there, then that would be good. So Chansey is a bit of an EXP farm in the original games. High HP stat, low defense stat, but in this game I don't really know what's going to happen, so we'll see. Fake Tears lowers our special defense a lot, so I don't want to deal with that. Swagger makes us confused, and I really don't want to deal with that because Hariyama's attack stat is so good. Let's try Razor Wind. Fake Tears, but I don't know if it'll even use a special attack. Normal is not very effective. Okay. So it's a Rock or Steel type. Let's see if Shadow Ball works. Shadow Ball does not work. And it has Mega Drain, which is a real attack. So I guess this is the scenario that we need Crab Hammer for. Hopefully this one Crab Hammer hits. As I was saying, hopefully this one Crab Hammer hits. I guess there's no other option but to use Sky Attack. I hope we don't get confused in the middle. Can I stop talking now? Maybe that's what I should do. Okay. Alright, that's fine. That would have been terrible if we had attacked ourselves there. Alright, we did it. Chansey gone. Okay. Not too long left in this cave. I think maybe only 3 or 4 trainers, and knowing our luck, all of these 3 or 4 trainers are going to be named Veronica. At this point, PowerPoints is pretty concerned, and by PowerPoints I mean not the program PowerPoint, but PP. Sky Attack, just due to the fact that we're locked in for a turn, I really would like to avoid using if possible. Let's see if I can Razor Wind it. We're a lot of levels higher, so that should be okay. I liked having a well-stocked medicine cabinet for this trip. I think that's pretty important to do from here out, and it was something that I wasn't very diligent about previously. In all of the regular games... Haha, Dugtrio with Drought. In all of the regular games, I'm very reluctant to use healing items, as well as... oh, Bone Rush. Stop! Maybe that was the multi-hit move that Nick was thinking of earlier. Oh god, that killed us before! No way! Alright, alright. Let's get out of there. I lost my train of thought. It wasn't important anyway. I think having medicine is good. Yeah, having medicine is good. I play too thrifty in any of the regular games. I am too reluctant to use TMs and healing items even when they're necessary. So I gotta break those habits this time around. He has his own Hariyama, so let's get out a Shadow Ball and just take it away. Alright, Shea Veronica is no more until a couple routes later when we'll fight the next Chef Veronica, I'm pretty sure. Running out on potions, but that's fine because we still have some super potions left. It is indeed, as Nick had the correct logic earlier, it's better to use regular potions now, even though it seems like we're using a lot of them, just because we'll need the super potions later for a pinch. But soon we won't need super potions at all, because we'll be able to get all the good, cost-effective healing items out of the vending machines later. And that's another reason why I'm looking forward to getting to Celadon City. Also the Game Corner, because maybe there's some good stuff in the Game Corner, good Pokemon that are available. I'm pretty sure that the Pokemon are going to be randomized as well, and that will help us in the future. We're only allowed one Pokemon per Celadon. Oh, I guess if we're only allowed one Pokemon, then the free not Eevee that we get counts as our one Pokemon, so then maybe we won't be able to use the Game Corner. But still, that's fine. Celadon is a pretty okay town out of 10. And by pretty okay, I mean pretty solid. And by pretty solid, I mean solid. Running pretty low on PP all around, but there aren't too many trainers left to fight. I'm gonna try... No, this is a Slacking. I don't want to take risks with Slacking. Slacking not having the ability Truant makes it a pretty scary Pokemon because it has the same base stat total as the likes of Groudon and Kyogre. I guess we have no choice but to use a 2-hit move on it. But here I'm going to use a Super Potion. In a previous life, I would have not done that. And by in a previous life, I mean as recently as maybe episode 15. Heat Wave is fine. Heck, Heat Wave. Ah, not the burn. At least we got a burn heal. Good thing I decided to heal up because we would be dead right now had that not happened. Okay. Is it... I'm gonna say let's heal the burn and then Super Potion up. You're trying as hard as you can, game. You're trying as hard as you can to turn this into tragedy. I'm trying as hard as I can to prevent that tragedy, and it is by very good graces right now that this is happening. Thank you for not burning again, Heat Wave. Alright. Here it comes. Sky Attack, and then it'll go. Don't you dare burn! Okay. Thank you. Good stuff. Alright. Slacking is not a Pokemon that I want to be staring down in a dark alley. Alex, you don't look much like an Alex, although maybe an Alexandra. You shouldn't do these things. Okay. I'm gonna glare. Gloom, get out of here. Okay, see ya. Now, where am I even going? Am I going down? I am going down! Cool. Okay, we can avoid all these trainers. So let's do that. Leaf Stone! Oh, now we get a Leaf Stone. Well, we didn't have the Weepin' Bell anyway. Of course we get a Leaf Stone now. Alright, we made it to Lavender Town. That is excellent. And our 4 Pokemon are still alive. That is also excellent. So we can fight Gary now at the Pokemon Tower, but there isn't much of a reason to do that yet. I'm actually not going to restock on potions right now. I think we can hold off until Celadon City. So why don't I continue fighting these trainers in Route 10 just to get some more experience. Also, if we ever need money, we have the Versus Seeker available, so not only would we be able to get experience from trainers, but some cold, hard cash as well. We might need more money if the TMs in Celadon are really good. Megahorn, even though he had used Dragon Dance earlier, not going to be terrible for us. Okay. It's fine. 1,000 experience, thank you, Lucky Egg, that we just randomly happened to find, and it took us maybe an episode before we actually used it. Oh, a Lucky Egg, that's worth keeping around. And then I don't equip it on anything. Alright, Cleffa, don't be a pain. Feather Dance, yeah, you're being a pain. Let's Psywave then. Alright, see ya. Baby Pokemon, not the greatest for experience. So maybe that guy's not worth battling again. But let's see what she and he have. She is not hiked in some time. In the original games, this was the girl who had foreshadowed the existence of Munna. She's like, oh, I wish there was a pink one with a floral pattern. Maybe she says that in this game too. But yeah, Munna then... When Munna became a Pokemon, then all of a sudden there is a pink one with a floral pattern. I remember seeing pictures of that, juxtaposing the two things, and that was pretty funny. Caterpie's Ghost Egg. Arion doesn't have Shadow Ball anymore because we're in the grass. But that's still okay. Petal Dance! Ugh. This Caterpie is grinding gears here. Okay, see ya. Eruption? That is Camerup's signature move. I think Groudon learns it as well. What would be best to get rid of? Razor One's 100% accurate. I don't think we need Sand Tomb. 15 base power, 70% accuracy. Sand Tomb is really awful. Eruption will deal more damage the higher in HP we are, so I think it's actually a good idea to use Eruption relatively early. So that way we can make sure that it deals the most damage possible. Good luck with mucking that poison gas. Make one wrong move, and it will kick your grass. Shout out if you know the reference. Alright, roll out. Let's Crab Hammer and not miss. Thank you. Okay. No problem. Veronica, the other weightlifter Veronica, thank you for your fighting. Here we go. The Pokemon here in the mountains are so chunky. I wish there were pink Pokemon with a floral pattern. And Munna is now a thing. So cool. Oh, I guess we're forced to fight this guy as well. I didn't realize he was here. Yeah, that's fine. I don't want to use another Parliz heal. We'll deal with the paralysis. Eruption! Yeah! I don't know if that crit mattered, but regardless, Eruption! Rapid Spin! We didn't have hazards out. There are no spikes here. There's no Stealth Rock in the games yet. Not very effective, okay. So, now let's switch. He's about to use Skull Bash and increases defense. But he doesn't get an opportunity to do that. And even if he had done that, then we wouldn't be affected by it, because we're Ghost type. Yeah, Ghost. Okay, so made it to Lavender Town, got a bit more experience, fighting a couple more trainers. We're at 20 minutes. Nothing else fainted, so Nick, I'm going to pass the buck to you. Route 8, we can catch ourselves a Pokemon and make our way to Celadon City, where the TMs are expensive and I guess the girls are pretty. Yeah. Alright, have a good one.